just this is gonna be 90 seconds of Kamala going back and forth on her word. I promise you guys, if you're somebody who is voting for Harris, please be open-minded when you watch this video. And at the end of the 90 seconds, come to grips that everything you've been fed is a lie, and that you do want America to be great again, and the person you should vote for is Trump and JD Vance. And if you think otherwise, just hear this out.
I intend on extending a tax cut, repealing that tax bill that they just passed. And also looking at estate taxes are going to have to go up.
Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate.
I think that's fantastic. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
She was big on defund the police.
For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
They got here illegally. They're criminals.
Abolish ICE. Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
She is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had. A horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad.
Bidenomics is working. It's working. And then this business about taking
I go to the grocery store. It ain't working.
everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
Okay, so if you're supposed to take an oath to not lie to the American people, what is this? We're not even done with this video, and my blood is boiling. Trump shouldn't be in prison. She should be in prison.
First of all, I absolutely...
Lying and running ads against it is defamation. There should be a lawsuit, and this prostituter from Tim Walz's own mouth, this prostituter should also be prosecuted and thrown in jail for lying to the American people.
support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private healthcare options.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
This gets me so frustrated. This whole video.
I intend on extending a tax cut, repealing that tax bill that they just passed.
So, you wanna raise taxes, or do you want to not raise taxes? Because from what I understand, you want to tax the ones that absolutely deserve to be taxed, the top 1%. Even though, and your claim is that they have to pay, or that teachers and firefighters pay more in taxes than some of these large CEOs. Sure, maybe the teacher actually has to pay like $800 in tax, and the CEO pays $0. But do you understand how much the CEO has to pay different CPAs to make it, bring all the spreadsheets on the P&Ls, and how many jobs that the person has created? This is such a disingenuous argument.
And also looking at estate taxes are going to have to go up.
Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate.
I think that's fantastic.
You know what? And people are even going to come out and say, you know what? Kamala's plan was better than Biden's. Biden wanted to raise taxes 42%. Kamala wants to do it like 30%. Sure, it's better. It's still 30. It's just like her claim on how she's handled the border when her and Biden first took office and allowed illegal immigrants, just opened the floodgates and allowed everyone to come in. It was 4 times the amount of childs going missing. Murderous immigrants coming in. 4 times the amount. 4 times the amount of fentanyl coming in specifically. And she said, hey, in the past 90 days, we've made executive orders to fix this, and we've cut it down in half. All right, well, dumbass, let me do some math for you. Even if you cut it in half, that's still 2 times the amount of illegal immigrants coming in, 2 times the amount of fentanyls, 2 times the amount of murderers and the R words, and I'm not talking racist or retarded. I'm talking about the RAPIST one. I mean, this is from her. I'm just not going to sit back and just eat it and go, yeah, black woman or woman of color. No, I'm not an idiot.
I made that very clear in 2020.
You might be.
I will not ban fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
She was big on defund the police.
For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed.
I wanna go on the defund the police real quick. I think the police need more funding. I think they need better training across the board, more consistent training across the board. And maybe I have a good friend who was a police officer, and he and I go back and forth on this. And I shouldn't say back and forth, but he really enlightened me on a lot of the like the police officers do have options to training, but there is training that they have to do every year. But that is a good thing. But the issue is that there becomes like little boy clubs within the sanction, and then they start running stuff. That is the biggest issue. That is not, I don't know if even a funding thing, but it is more of a realigning of things.
Embarrassed by the border.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
Abolish ICE.
Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
That is so sad. You want to scratch ICE, and you don't want to treat people who get into our country illegally as criminals. That's a wild sentence to even say out loud.
He is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had. A horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad.
Bidenomics is working. It's working.
Do I really have to say anything about Bidenomics? Go to the grocery store, look at the gas station, look at your rent, look at the electricity bill, look at the water bill, look at everything. Is it really working? Because if she thinks it's working and she's proud of it, and you're proud of it too, then you just don't like money, huh? You're a loser, so you don't want anyone else to have money because you don't have any money? Is that like that's the only steel man argument I could think of right now?
And then this business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. My agenda includes attempting to get Congress to act, but if they don't within the first 100 days of my administration, I'm going to take executive action. Well,
She wants executive action. This is her words herself. She's going to take your guns away with executive action within the first 100 days if Congress doesn't do it. So if she goes in there and Congress doesn't agree, she's going to say, nah, I'm right. What has been burdened in the past could be unburdened in the future or some bullshit and then make an executive order. No. They claim that Trump is a threat to democracy. These Democrats are the threat to democracy.
First of all, I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private healthcare options.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Ugh. It's sickening. It's sickening. You know, I really think that not only is she a threat to democracy, Kamala Harris is a threat to truth. She has no spine. If you did an x-ray, you're just going to see a lot of different strings, because at the end of the day, she's just a marionette doll. She's just a puppet. It's not even worth criticizing her, because I'm sure she doesn't even believe what she says. She just reads from a teleprompter, and that's what she believes. It's insane. But let me know what you guys think about all this down below. Are you guys just as mad as I am after hearing that? Like, what the actual... where Trump is not perfect. Nobody's perfect. No one's claiming to be perfect. But what it was so frustrating is one side is saying, let's make America great. Let's make America healthy. Let's make America safe. Let's make America wealthy. How is that? And the other side is saying, if you think that, you're a racist, you're a bigot, and you're an idiot. It's like there's only one clear as day answer to go with, and people are making it seem like it's a close race. I don't understand how. Alright, with that said, let me know what you guys think. If you like the way the words are flowing out my mouth, share this video with a friend, and let's grow this channel and this community. Peace.